Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me here on the WITN First Alert Desk at 8 a.m. I'm Gigi Barnett. Hope you're all having a wonderful Thursday morning so far. We're getting closer and closer to that weekend, but it is going to be an interesting weather weekend. If you've been following up with Jim and me, we've been talking about some interesting weather. Nice day Saturday. A lot going on Sunday. We could be seeing some snow, we could be seeing some rain. Still a lot to discuss and a lot to look into, and our meteorologists throughout the next few days will be keeping a close eye on what's happening Sunday throughout the day. So be sure to check us out on the air or on WITN.com or on our app. We also have that weather app that'll give you all the details that you need to get you ready to go for Sunday into next week. But overall, the main story is looking at the cold temperatures out there. Before we get into the rest of Jim's forecast, we do have a story out of Washington. Now, we actually had a story about this recently in the last few weeks. Zion Shelter, their community shelter, they had to leave their initial building in Washington, Beaufort County, in December, I believe, and they've been trying to continue to help the community through serving meals to people. But one church, St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Washington, is helping them create another shelter, a temporary shelter, as they look to move their new everything into a new facility in Washington. So we're going to take a look at everything there, what their efforts are, and how St. Peter's is looking to help them out. Lending a hand, or rather a room, for those in need of a warm bed this winter, St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Washington is partnering with Zion Shelter and Kitchen to provide emergency shelter to the community.
They approached us and said, hey, can we just use your space? We'll do all the work. And so effectively on yesterday, I gave a key to Zion.
The Shelter and Soup Kitchen has been serving the community for more than 30 years. However, they've been without a building since last summer, when they had to vacate from the church basement they were renting due to insurance issues. As they work to move to a new location on 421 North Bridge Street, Washington residents say it's vital the community steps in to help provide shelter on cold winter nights.
We need places to open their doors. The more we get, the more people get help, and the less people are standing outside freezing on a day like today.
And Rector Adams says it's the least his church can do.
They've staffed it. They bring in cots, they bring in food, they bring in things that folks might need to stay warm. They do all that hard work, so I want to give them all that credit. We're helping out.
Adams says St. Peter's also offers Shower Thursdays, where anyone in the community can come between 2 and 4 and have hot water to clean themselves.
We want this to be a space that brings healing and wholeness to the area. And if opening up our doors for some people to do some really good work, that's a slam dunk for us.
Adams says he hopes the community will rally to help those in need. Great to see that the community is there to help them out as they're working to restructure everything and move into a new place. But for the time being, St. Peter's will be open to those who are in need of shelter at this time. I know it's going to be really cold, especially starting today. Saturday looks nice, but Jim, I'll let you talk about all the weather that we're seeing.
I like Bernice posting on Facebook, burr and burr and burr.
Yep.
Absolutely applies, Bernice. Not only today, but the next 7-8 days outside of Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday is the little stray nugget amidst the cold temps. So we're going to dig into that. Let's switch over. We're on the weather computer. First Alert Weather Day Sunday. I'm going to talk first about this potential for a little snow. This does not look like a massive winter event. Could I end up changing my mind now? That is always possible with coastal storms. These things can be very fickle in what they want to do and how strong they want to get. But right now we're targeting a noon to midnight window on Sunday for a mixed bag inland to rain on the coast. Generally, I think we'll start with rain inland and probably change over to snow as we get into the afternoon. That, again, may change. So everything I'm saying to you, please put a little asterisk on it. Remember, Jim may change the story a little bit over the coming days. And the rest of the guys, check in with Dustin and Russell noon today, and then Zach, I don't know if Zach's back tonight or not, but we'll have continued updates online and on the app as well. So yeah, Sunday, that inland mix potentially from midday into the overnight. Again, by midnight pulls away, but it's going to get real cold. I mean, bitter cold Sunday night. So even if you end up rain a lot of areas potentially, I think there'll be slick spots developing, black ice risk Sunday night into Monday morning. Monday's the holiday, and that times out pretty good for sleeping in and waiting for any road issues to get better. It'll be sunny all day on Monday. That'll help if we end up with something on the ground. All right, I wanted to show you the model data, so I'm going to take you from late Saturday into Sunday. Saturday, mild, legit low 60s the way we're trending ahead of that cold front. And then the cold air rolls in Saturday night into Sunday morning. Storm develops along the coast. The moisture starts moving back inland. When we get these coastal lows kind of quickly blowing up off the coast, they'll push moisture back inland, increase the moisture content. The cold air is out there. The stage is set for potentially a little bit of snow, maybe a little bit of an accumulation. Whether we do see accumulating snow or not is too early to tell. Certainly, I'm not going to throw numbers at you yet as far as possible accumulations. Just too early. But I do think the possibility is there for some accumulations. I will say that. I don't see a ton of it, but that chance is there. And then Sunday, by the time we get to 9, 10 o'clock, this thing is getting ready to race out to sea. By midnight, it's gone, although that may move the timing a little bit. I do think we'll have a 12-hour window. It may change from noon to midnight to maybe 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Might change to 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. Just shifting a little bit that window, that 12-hour window. So the bullet points then, Sunday, rain likely on the coast, rain initially inland, changing to or mixing with or changing to what looks to be light snow right now, depending on how strong the storm gets. If it really intensifies, it'll be a little bit more moderate, possibly. Light accumulations, possible. Not likely yet, but certainly possible, leading to some slick roads potentially Sunday afternoon into the overnight and Monday morning. Forecast will likely shift and change a bit. All right, keep tuning in. Sunny, cold, breezy today. Quick look out there. 41 Greenville, feels like 37. Our station thermometer showing 39 right now. New Bern at 44 out the door. And again, those rain showers yesterday are gone. Clouds are thinning. We'll generally go sunny here shortly. I just want to get to the wind chill graphic. That front has moved through, so the radar is quiet. There's your winds at 15 to 20 with the temps in the low 40s. And you can see the 30s will come only back to the low to mid 40s this afternoon with those wind chills running 20s to 30s. All right, 8-day forecast coming in. If my computer cooperates, my Sunday precip chance right now, I've got it at about 60%. So I might have to advance for this graphic real quick. Friday.
Pop us up
oh,
as
there
you
you
do
go.
it.
Yeah, do that. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Go
Here we
back
go.
up. Thank you. There's my Sunday. The red shading means first alert weather day, upper 30s. And again, I detailed that for you. Check out Saturday. You want to get some outdoor stuff done? Saturday's going to be great for it. It's going to be a little windy, but that wind drives us to the 60s. Enjoy that. Sunday, maybe that messy weather coming in. It's out for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Monday, sunny, cold, and potentially some icy spots in the morning.
Okay, yeah, so big story here. Lots of cold weather coming our way. Luckily, we do have Saturday to kind of, take a deep breath, relax before whatever comes to us on Sunday.
Yeah, and as we get to late week into Saturday, that's kind of when you want to have a good handle on how things are shaping up. Check in with us, check the weather app, check the web page. By then we'll have a pretty good handle on what we're going to get. And you may need to try to get stuff done by the end of the day Saturday. If this thing starts showing a little more strength, we may be talking about accumulating snows. Just don't know this far out for sure.
Okay, and I know Amanda's hoping for that. So we'll see what happens. Maybe do your snow dance if you want it. But of course, like Jim said, be sure to check WITN, our app, the weather app specifically as well, on air for all of those details as we get closer and closer to Sunday.
And the webpage, we'll have our first alert weather story in the top 10 stories pretty much now through Sunday. You almost always find it somewhere in there, and we'll continually update that with the latest on what we're seeing with the storm.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Jim.
Yep.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. Hope you have a great Thursday. Stay warm.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.